debt, a four-letter word that can invoke a wide range of emotions. Is it a necessary evil, a tool for growth, or a shackle that holds us back from financial freedom? How we perceive and manage debt can significantly shape our financial future. Consider two distinct generations, the Millennials and Gen Z. Their attitudes towards debt provide a fascinating study in contrasts. Millennials emerged into adulthood during the Great Recession, an era marked by shrinking job opportunities and skyrocketing student loan debt. This generation, often chastised for their financial illiteracy, accumulated debt at unprecedented rates. Many were unaware of the correlation between spending and interest rates, leading to a lack of understanding about the long-term implications of debt. Gen Z, however, seems to have a different mindset. Despite facing their own challenges like high student loan debt and inflation, this generation exhibits a more positive approach towards debt. But this doesn't mean they are embracing it. In fact, research suggests that Gen Z is even more wary of debt than millennials. Some view all credit use negatively and avoid debt entirely. Despite these differences, both generations share some common experiences. Both entered adulthood during economic downturns, which limited job opportunities and spiked student loan debt. And for both, financial security isn't defined by traditional markers like a big house or a pension, but by freedom from debt. But here's where the divergence begins. According to a report, nearly one-third of Gen Z believes personal debt should be reserved for only a few select items, while 23% believe it should be avoided at all costs. Over 1 in 5 Gen Zers say debt should be completely avoided, indicating a more debt-averse mentality compared to previous generations. On the other hand, millennials were more accepting of taking on debt, especially for things like college education. They had more of a college debt is a part of life mentality, and were described as being less debt-averse compared to the emerging Gen Z. The takeaway? While millennials became accustomed to taking on certain forms of debt like student loans, Gen Z is exhibiting a stronger aversion to debt and a mindset of trying to avoid it as much as possible. This shift towards a more financially conservative and debt-minimizing approach could shape the financial landscape for years to come. In the end, it's not about casting judgment on which approach is better. It's about understanding these different attitudes towards debt and recognizing the need for financial education. Because, at the end of the day, our perceptions and attitudes towards debt can either be our greatest ally or our biggest adversary in the journey towards financial freedom.